G'day folks, we've got another unboxing here for you today. This is an unboxing of an expansion for the game Gùgōng. The expansion actually comes with this big sort of slipcase, so you can put the original game in with the expansion, which I believe is just this bit here. So yeah, let's crack into it and see what we've got. Okay, so you see the slip cover, the box. So there's not a lot of information on the actual the case itself, the slip case. So, but I don't know if you can see that. We'll take off the shrink. Yeah. Now I can't remember which one I got, but I believe they offered the slip case in, I think it was like a felt, and they also had another option for like a some sort of textured paper as well. From feeling that, it looks like I've gone with the felt option. Couldn't remember which one I'd ordered. So let's get rid of this and we'll see what's inside. And so there you have the base game and the expansion in the slipcase together. This nice as it is, the slipcase for the original game, that is not going to fit in there. That's a tight squeeze as it is. In fact, I'm not really looking forward to pulling either of those boxes out right now. Yeah, one thing I'll say is that was actually really hard, well, fairly hard to get out of this box, and it felt like I was sort of pulling at the sides of the boxes here and almost felt like I was going to sort of tear them. So wish they'd put maybe a little indent in here or something like that, or had some little holes or something to get the air pressure out of there, just because it was very tight and hard to get those out of there. So that's a bit disappointing, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. But let's have a look at the expansion. So this is Pànjūn for the deluxe edition of Pànjūn for Gùgōng. It's an interesting sort of kind of like a worker placement-ish sort of game with using sort of cards instead, and yeah, an interesting, really good game, but none of which you can see on the back there apart from lovely pictures. But yeah, that's not explained on the back. I imagine the retail probably does have a bit of a blurb on the back about the game. So essentially in Gùgōng, you are sort of trading favors and gifts with sort of royal officials and people like that to try and get as much prestige as you can and get an audience with the emperor. And Pànjūn is an expansion to that and gives you some more sort of I guess activities and regions and things you can use in your pursuits of that. Okay. Right, so lovely rulebook again. The original rulebook feels really nice, and this one's no different. Okay. The Summer Palace. Pond scoring. The Peasant Revolt. Okay. Okay, so some tracks that go on the board there. Okay, nice punch board. Some sort of overlays that you can put on some of the boards, and then some tokens and things as well. What have we got here? Cardboard layer, just separating things. And we have some sleeves. Okay, that come with the game. These are probably a Kickstarter thing, I'm thinking. I don't think they'd probably come with the game regularly. Nice thick board, for the, I guess that might be the pond. Okay, gives you sort of like another worker placement area, I think this is. It's another place you can choose to exchange gifts with. So essentially you have these cards that are represent gifts, and they are essentially the worker placement people. So you place the cards down and pick up the card that was originally theirs, and by doing that you sort of are taking the action of that spot. It's probably a terrible way of describing how this game works. So this looks like the Peasant's Revolt area. double-sided as well, looks like it, for different player counts. And now these are some new player boards. So the original game had player boards like this, but I guess these sort of maybe take into account some of the new actions, or yeah, this looks like for endgame scoring, this looks like a new sort of thing that you do at the end of the game here. And a slightly different arrangement for the jade. As you collect jade, I think this just helps sort of point out your score a bit easier than the way they sort of had it, just sort of like collecting them along the bottom with the original board there. Is that double-sided? No. Okay. Still nice though. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It is a 5-player game, so 5 of those. Nice, nice inserts. Like the original had a really good insert as well. So these look like the little pawns. So each of the colours has these little. These are almost like sort of resources that you spend, or sort of action points, sort of representing your people going out and doing your bidding. So each player has a collection of these. I believe these are sort of like a pool that anybody can use of this new colour. Yeah, I think anyone can use those, and you probably have to maybe go to the Peasants' Revolt area or something like that to pick those up, or not quite sure. Okay, so this is feeling really nice. That's good, and it's a nice sort of layer that you protect the other stuff underneath here with. Okay, and I don't know if you can see that, but these are wooden pieces here. So in the deluxe edition, some of these tokens are wooden. So I think you would have seen some of those pitchforks over there. So I wonder if they replace these or vice versa. So we've got some more cards here. So these are those gift cards. So yeah, that looks interesting. And we've got some. I think these are for use in the base game. So these tokens get put up on a track at the top of the board. It's like a journey track, and these are some of the rewards you can get. This one's a little bit stuck together. We'll just see if that's caused any damage to the paintwork there. Not really. That's not too bad. It might be a little bit of a scratch there, but yeah, that's pretty good. See this one? Yeah, not too bad. But yeah, they're very nice, and they feel really nice, so that's quite good. We've got these pieces here, so each of the player colours has this sort of lady with the parasol, or whatever that is there, so that's quite nice. Nice spots for that. Got some more jade. Yeah, nice pieces there. Maybe, oh, there you go. I was going to say maybe these are spares, and that's what it says they are. So spare parts there. And these are the decrees, I think they're called, and they're another spot in the base game. It looks like it just gives you some extra ones for that, and yeah, that's cool. Looks like there's plenty of those in there. Again, these are wooden in the base game. Sorry, in the deluxe game, I should say. Yeah, very nice. Looks like there's some really good spaces here for some of these components that we've got, just to sort of put them all away properly. So yeah, we might see if we can do that. Okay, so I thought I'd just show you how everything sort of fits in here. It's a pretty well designed insert, it looks like. So and it is a game tray, so I find these can sometimes be a little bit hit and miss. They always look nice, but sometimes they're a little less functional than you want them to, or want them to be, but then sometimes they're fantastic, and this one looks like it's going to be one of those. So under here you have your two sort of overlays. You have your two overlays, and then under that you have your looks like those sort of spare worker pieces. So they go in there, and then you've got your extra jade from this edition, and you've seen how these go in here. This was like a little token, round token, so that goes in there. And again, it's one of those really nicely designed ones where you can just sort of punch down and pick it up nice and easily. And And yeah, so you've got this little area here where you can reach in there. You can also sort of stick your fingers under there, pick up these bits here. So they go in there nice and easily, fits in nice and snugly. And then here we have, so these are these little sort of standy sort of things. I'm not exactly sure what these do in the game, but they've got a nice little spot for them there. You sort of rest those in there so you can keep them assembled, don't have to disassemble them between games. So these tokens look like they are not replaced by the wooden ones, they just have a different spot there. So I wonder if in the base game they have these, but they're in cardboard or something like that, I guess. Then you have these pieces which we saw before. This is where those little travel tokens go, and again, this is a very well designed insert because it accommodates sleeves both in terms of the depth. So even though these are nice and thick now, they'll still fit in there. Plus there's plenty of room around the outside, so it fits with all the dimensions taken care of there. And then actually, before I show you the next part, I just want to quickly show you that underneath this whole insert is lovely artwork, which you'll never see because it is covered by the insert, but it is lovely artwork. It's the same, I suppose you will see it because it's the same artwork that's on the front and the back of the box, but it is there. Unfortunately, I don't know what that says there, but maybe it's like a little thank you or something like that. Who knows? hopefully it's complimentary. All right, so we'll put that there. These go in here. So yeah, some of these cards. So it does actually have a couple extra Ultima cards as well for the solo play as well, that sort of incorporate some of the actions from this version or this expansion. Then it's got this nice lid, so everything fits in there nicely, and then this lid sits down over the top and keeps that all snug, nice and tight. And then I'm guessing we pop these player boards down over the top here. So we'll give that a shot. These player boards are nice and thick too. I don't know if you saw that, but they're really chunky, heavy duty, so they're really nice. And then I believe these two boards go down over the top as well, and sort of protects the corners, keeps them all supported, these gaps here. And yeah, that's how it goes. We've still got some spare pieces like we saw before, and plenty, very generous with the sleeves, plenty of sleeves left over, so that's fantastic. Put those to use in some other game. And there are some baggies here. I guess you could use these baggies if you wanted to, but these spots seem to hold the things without the baggies pretty well, so I don't think I'll be using those. So yeah, that's fantastic. And then we've got our rule book, put that over the top there. Now the one thing I'll say is there's a lot of room here, so I'm wondering if we're supposed to put either this cardboard underneath, or you can put it on top like that. I guess that's nice and easy, and actually it's been designed, I guess, so you can pull that out. So that's actually probably what you're supposed to do. I guess if you're worried about a little bit of give in there, you could also maybe stack these underneath or something like that, just to give a little bit more height, and then maybe this would come even more flush with the top of the board there. So yeah, so there you go, that's Pànjūn, expansion for the great game Gùgōng. Very good game, one of my favorites in the last couple of years. Definitely Gùgōng was one of the first games that really sort of blew me away in terms of the quality of its production, in particular the deluxe edition, that is, but from what I've seen, the retail version is very nice as well. So fantastic, great components, a really thoughtful design in the insert there. That looks like everything's going to sort of pack away nice and easily. Yeah, and you've got this nice slipcase to keep them together if you so choose, although to be honest, it's lovely and made of felt, but it was very hard to get those back out again from there, so I'm not sure I'm going to necessarily use that. I'll have to wait and see, but yeah, Pànjūn Deluxe Edition, great quality. Thanks guys, see you next time.